Now we have to wait for the Deacon of Danger to get over here and be seated. Welcome to all of you who are on the other end of this camera. Joe Zenk and
Dcn Dennis. They call me, or Fred, thankfully, called me Deacon of Danger.
They, all. I mean, that's just, it's the new name.
Well, you know, I told you about, there's a friend of mine in Chilton. His name is Pastor Tom Schmidt, Lutheran pastor, St. Martin. Good guy, great parish. The other day I was in a deli, and he'll leave deli, and he says, "How's the Deacon of Danger going?" And I thought, Fred, thank you, Fred.
I think the more we can get this rolling and have it be a thing, everyone, this is what we're asking you. If nothing else comes out of this pandemic, but this movie, The Deacon of Danger, I think that will have been a good thing.
I'm looking for a haircut, actually, so anybody can help me with that?
We're coming to you from Holy Rosary's living room. In fact, I am sitting in the very spot that Father Harry would often sit, watch his TV when it was over there, and smoking a cigar right here. I have neither a TV nor a cigar right now, but I feel the aura of Father Harry within and through me, and so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Dennis, it is Cinco de Mayo today.
Yes, yes.
And a blessed Cinco de Mayo for those Hispanic brothers and sisters who celebrate it and celebrate the independence which it brought today. But here's the question, Dennis, the first one for you. Today is May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday they call Star Wars Day because it's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Which day in the life of the Benin family, because I don't see a lot of Hispanic blood in the name Benin, which day, May the 4th or May the 5th, is more important in the Benin household?
I would say tomorrow.
And that wasn't even part of the question.
Because my sister's birthday is tomorrow. But anyways.
That's a cheap answer. Jury, ignore what just happened.
Well, I would say it's going to be Cinco de Mayo.
And why would that be?
Because not too many Star Wars family, or actually Star Wars groupies in our family, and we're not into, at least I'm unaware of anybody into May the 4th be with you.
Well, my heart is saddened right now, and I don't know how well I can go along with the rest of this video, knowing that. I don't know that May the 4th, I mean, we have a great number of Star Wars fans in our house, and I don't know that I could choose between that and my great love of Mexican cuisine, which includes margaritas. And so to choose between the two would be like Sophie's Choice.
I do like Trekkie, you know, I do one of the Trek movies.
We're not going to talk about that. I'm just shaking my head, and I suspect and hope you are on the other end of this too.
I like Mexican food.
Well, see, that's good. That's good. Okay, first order of business. We have to still name the show now. We put it out there last week saying we need your help. And these, so far, are the contestants. And we will take your votes, and we are still open to more. However, here's what we have heard. One is live from the living room. Okay.
I like that one.
You know, live from the living room. The other is living room live. So we're seeing variations on a theme. Live from the living room live. You had what was that one?
Jousting with the jousting with the jesters.
Jousting with the jesters.
Jousting sounds
verbal
ominous.
Jousting, yes.
Jousting, we often have. I seen a comic strip where they were just somebody tapped somebody on the head with a little stick and he fell down. It was just a lighthearted joust.
So jousting with the jesters. The other is Send in the Clowns, and must have been a Judy Collins fan there. I don't understand it, but so again, open to other ideas, and we welcome them. Please, please continue to send your suggestions. One thing before we bring in a special guest that we have with us today. But before we do that, I want to talk about something new that we are starting. Today is Tuesday, so we're starting it this Thursday. And that is a cocktail hour. One of the things, again, I've noticed that Renee and I have been drinking more old fashions. have been drinking more brandy Cokes or Renee red wine. She loves that. So I think that we're not alone in that. I think that many of us would, in this pandemic are experiencing that, but we're also longing for that company of one another. So I thought, why not bring it together? And what I'm going to do is do a cocktail hour over Zoom. If you don't know what Zoom is, I'm not sure where you've been the last 2 months. But Zoom is a app which allows people to kind of have a virtual meeting on the computer or on phone or tablet, whatever you have. And what I'm doing is I'm going to do it Thursday nights at 5, and I will send an invitation to the first 20 people who email me and say they want to be a part of it. Now, you're not signing up for every week and you got to do a cocktail hour every Thursday at 5. No. If you want to do this Thursday's cocktail hour for May the 7th at 5 o'clock, send me an email, PD as in Parish Director, with my name, Joe Zenk, so PDJOEZENK @gmail.com. Say you want to be a part of this cocktail hour. I'm limiting it to 20. I have never done this before, so it may just be a train wreck. But you know what? We'll all have our cocktails, Dennis.
Yes, absolutely.
And how can it be that bad?
I think it'd be great just to loosen up a little bit and just enjoy one another's company. Whether it's it's going to be on the computer screen,
Yep.
and I've done many.
Yep.
I should say many, but I've done a few of the Zoom, and it's really an interaction that's unique. But yet we get to see face to face, and we can communicate back and forth. And having a drink in your hand, that might be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Although I might be a Coke or a bottle of water. Occasionally I have a bottle of beer.
We will not test anyone and what they're drinking on the other end.
Well, you got to say Prost, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Clearly. Okay, so with that, we are at Holy Rosary. And last week when we were at Peter and Paul, we invited
A character all himself.
it's well said. Fred Meyer came by and spoke about some of the projects that were happening at Peter and Paul during this time of social distancing and the pandemic and the safe at home. So what people could expect when they came back. These were projects that were already in the pipeline, and so this provides an obvious and easy time to be able to do that. Well, we're here at Holy Rosary, and we want to bring forward the guy who knows more about this than any other. So John Cleansing, we invite you to come and fill our empty chair.
Right there, sir.
So what's your nickname?
We've got many for him, John. Which one do you call him?
Fred Meyer said Deacon of Danger. He wants to compose a movie. He's putting a script together, and I've always told him, I am not the stunt dummy. I'm not going to be, and I have to dodge bullets with his movie, so I'm a little bit concerned.
Kind of thought you're maybe one of the Avengers or something out there.
No, I like that
You would
better.
like to be, but no. So
with
Fred has put together, because we said we want to put together a movie, like a 5-minute show that we want to be on the YouTube channel before this pandemic purge is ended. And Fred took 2 snippets and thought, maybe we could do this. One was Dennis's face was on the boulder chasing Harrison Ford out the cave in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And the other was...
That was safer.
You tell the other one.
The other one was where somebody has a gun and they're shooting at me, my face on another body, and he's shooting at me, and I fall and I go down. And Fred says, blanks are more expensive. Use real ammo. Down I went with a smile on my face too.
With a smile on your face, and you did a little hop before you went down. It was.
Fred is creative, without doubt, and I'm a little bit nervous about that movie.
So again, we're open to suggestions as to the plot line of this movie.
As long as I survive, and Fred, you better know I will survive.
John, we are noticing something different about you within this pandemic that hasn't been there before. Tell the people what's going on.
Well, when this all started, 2 months ago now, just after our Knights of Columbus pizza sale,
Yep.
which, by the way, thank you to our parishioners. It was very successful.
Amen. Amen. And frankly, we've eaten all our pizzas. What else are you going to do?
There's a few left. We got like 76 left. The Supremes are all gone. Sausages are all gone, but we do have pepperonis, sausage pepperonis, and some cheese left. A few.
I may be giving you a call.
And with that, we actually had a board meeting last Thursday night to kind of talk about some of the because it was a very successful fundraiser for us. You know, part of doing it is not just to eat pizza; it's to basically bring our community together to interact while we make it, but more importantly, to help raise funds so we can, distribute it back to our community. So a couple of things that we're looking at doing is buying an AED device for either the church or the school. We want to designate $500 to help finance the form program this year. I know with the situation, finances could be tight. It's something we've been, we helped out with. Actually ended up being Alpha last year. But so those are two of the things that we, which amounts to about $2,000 out of that fundraiser. Right. So we're looking at doing. So
I mean, the benefit, the AED, the form continues. You get your group together, and we get to eat good pizza.
Right.
I don't see a downside.
Boy, that's
and we also gave $750 to Faith Formation for the pizzas they sold. And
wow.
We
good
always
work.
So it's a good fundraiser, and we do have.
So did you get some of the pizza sauce or something on your chin here? What was going on?
Getting back to that is
it's so neatly trimmed.
I was able to.
I did notice that.
We always babysat for our grandkids, and with the sheltering in place, I told my grandson Jensen. I said, Jensen, Grandpa's not going to shave until I can hug you again.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, that is.
So he said, Grandpa, I'm not going to cut my hair either, but I did trim it. And I also wrote a song about it called My Coronavirus Beard. Been working on it.
We may have to hear a bit of that chorus before we're done.
I've taped it. It's kind of a work in progress, but it's got some pretty good lyrics to it. And actually, I could probably send Joe the link or something, get it up on the parish website if you want. I could do that.
I dig that.
So I'll do that. But the other thing I did write another song that actually Tony and Vic have been helping me with. It's called The Cross That I Carried. And the original intent for that song was to have our Knights of Columbus group sing it during Lent. Our choir director Tony, who really is an asset with helping us out with with singing at church and doing the country Christmas songs and stuff, had mentioned to me before this whole pandemic thing started. She wanted us to do a Lenten second communion song for Lent, and we didn't really have one picked out. So I thought, well, I'm gonna pick one out or make one up. So I wrote it. Vic, right now we're trying to work on the harmony, but it's already. I've done some YouTube videos on that too. That out there that we can also possibly put out there for you to see.
Well, and hopefully we'll be seeing that song that you wrote because of the concert. You want to talk about that, Dennis?
Yeah.
You bring that up.
On Saturday we did a concert, and we did it in from the Holy Rosary Gymnasium. John and Steve Notham, Sandy Hellman, and Ramona Trust, I think, or Trust, some from West Bend. They did a gospel/Christian mini concert, which is about 30 minutes of it. And by the way, John looks much different then than he did today. He was in his country. He had a hat and scarf. It was really cool. But he sang that song in that and everybody is backup for him, and it was just wonderful to hear that, and it moved my heart. And the whole concert was beautiful. I'll Fly Away and some beautiful pieces. They did one song that had the tune of Edelweiss, but the words were different, and it was just a really good mini concert that John's son-in-law had really recorded. He's going to edit it down, and he's going to give me, via John Cleansing, a flash drive so I can get it on my computer, uploaded to YouTube so everybody can see it. So I'm waiting for your son-in-law to get it to you, you get it to me. With a beautiful, a wonderful concert, and we want to share beauty and love in music to everybody out there.
With that said, the reason we did it, we initially wanted to have kind of a grand opening, I guess you could call it, to the improvements we'd done in the gymnasium. I know some of you have seen it. We had when I had the second round of crosses blessed back in, I believe it was.
I want to say January, February.
Well, February.
Okay.
I made the initial ones was 105 I made, and I had 50 some more blessed. And actually, I just those of you who saw this past Sunday's Mass, the May 3rd Mass, I had Father Girardi bless 52 more after Mass. So right now I got about 60 more of the crosses that were made from the bleacher boards. But anyhow, I know we had after church when Father blessed them in March, we kind of had a quick open house of just what was done over there. And we had mentioned we were going to be putting in a dishwasher line. That has been completed. It turned out real nice.
Where'd you install that, John?
The dishwasher line is in what used to be the north locker room. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be very handy for the fall festival, for bussing dishes in and out. We won't need to do the hand washing of dishes in the Mary Queen of Peace room anymore, which never was really the right thing to do anyhow. So it's all ready to go. We just got to be able to get the go ahead to be able to do it. So with that said, the initial plan was to possibly have Sandy's group, which is perform at the Pancake Supper which was scheduled for March 28th. Well, needless to say, that was canceled. So I got a call from Sandy, and Sandy and I have been kind of working the last few weeks or so on just kind of working on some songs and stuff, because I brought my keyboard and set guitar and stuff up on the stage, kind of getting prepared for just practicing. I'm actually kind of taking virtual voice lessons over the internet, so to try to get a little better range. But anyhow, it's been going okay. So I thought, well, let's maybe try to do a little performance or something. Well, then Sandy called me up last Monday. She said, Deacon Dennis called me up. He'd like us to do a little video. So we got together on Tuesday, picked out some songs, and first time I met Roberta was on Saturday morning. And I've known Steve, but I've never sang or played with Steve, but I know he's a very good bass player.
Musician, yeah.
And we just got together and we spent a few minutes kind of going through the songs beforehand and went through the whole, I think there were 8 of them we did, went through it, and then we, my son-in-law John had Deacon Dennis's camera hooked up with his, and we got all done, and John says, Houston, we have a problem. Those weren't his exact words, but bottom line is Deacon Dennis's video camera had froze up with the interconnection with John, so we ended up having to do a take 2. So I might even have mentioned that on the second introduction, that this is take 2. But anyhow, I think it all went well. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but it was a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully we can do more of that. And that's really when we talked about doing the improvements in the gymnasium. A lot of people say, well, why are we spending the money? Why are we spending the money? We put a new roof on.
Yep.
We put new bathrooms in. That floor actually, some parishioners a couple of years ago have brought up that we need to do something with the floor. So we had, being chairman of the finance council, very active with trying to get some of the buildings fixed up over the last couple of years. We ended up, getting that floor replaced. Started in January and February. The lines all painted on. And
what lines? I mean, you got a basketball court, because obviously
we got basketball court lines. We got volleyball.
Yep.
We have pickleball, and we have cornhole toss stations.
Yep. So those are the ones I wanted to get in there, because we hope to do something. And
right.
you have the vision of maybe we have a cornhole tournament or something, or get pickleball, because that's on the come.
I've talked to a few of our parishioners that are members of the fire department, and I don't think the fire department has actually had meetings in the past month or so either, but I know they have their own cornhole toss stations. Rather than making some more, I believe they store them up in the pavilion. It'd be nice, we've got room under the stage to store them, and if we can maybe have some kind of, my vision is to possibly have some kind of a joint cornhole toss tournament with the fire department over the winter time or something. My neighbor Dean she's always in the backyard flipping cornhole toss.
And we got that space, and it's so beautiful now. Talk a little bit about what you did on the stage, not you, but everybody. And
just stayed. Mark Grohl was nice enough to come and basically sand on and refinish the entire stage. Yep. Basically did that for, donated his labor. We just paid for the materials they used, and We've had anonymous donor donated the new curtains.
Yep.
Curtains are all done.
So they were installed, yeah.
They're installed, and it's just a nice. You'll see it on the video. It's a nice backdrop. There's how many places you have like that in the area. It's,
Yep.
The vision is it's a if you build it, they will come kind of thing.
And how can we open it to the community,
Right.
because it's exactly what we need to be doing, you
Right.
know, and take that up as part of our mission to say, we serve the community here in New
Right.
Holstein.
Perfect for family reunions, possible like bridal shower type things.
Yep.
But those would be more family, smaller type group orientated things. But just basically have dances.
So
Or
we have to
whatever.
do a
Entertainment.
shout out to John. He mentioned he's the Finance Council Chair. Jim McNally has been his right-hand man. Jim, heading up the Buildings and Grounds. Rich Halfman, Gary Winkler. You mentioned Mark Groh. Any other projects around here that you've been?
Yeah, I happened to. A lot of stuff going on the outside. Happened to see Barb walk past. I was sitting outside
Yeah.
Sunday morning just after I got done watching the Mass service. I was enjoying the beautiful sunrise, and Barb was going on her walk, and we had a little chat about the stuff that's going on the outside. The lawn has been thatched. They're going to roll it because it's a little rough. We have a new lawnmower. We don't want to be having that thing bouncing around anymore than we have to. So that's good.
Barb and Wally do
Right.
amazing work.
It's amazing. Just the volunteer hours that are done around here. It's just amazing. Not only on the inside, all over this parish. It's just amazing what folks chip in to do. Sometimes all you have to do is ask people. That's a big thing. Just ask people. They'll always seem to step up and contribute.
Yep. Amen.
And with that said, just basically Joe and I were just talking beforehand about, I think it's been listed in the bulletin just how the collections have been going. I know it's been tough it's a tough situation for a lot of people, but here at Holy Rosary, I believe compared to last year, at like about what did you say, 80%?
80%, and that was through this last weekend of May 3rd. So praise God for that.
Right.
But on behalf, John, of Holy Rosary Parish, I want to say thank you for all the work you've done. To others, and I know you're not alone. There's so many, got a great group and so much. But
it's a lot of fun doing it. It's I was very blessed in my working career. And it's you just got to give back. That's really a big part of the Knights of Columbus motto, charity and unity and fraternity, and that's all what we're here doing, and that's really hitting all of those things. So
last question: how does Marianne like it?
She doesn't say too much.
Boy, that could be taken either way, couldn't it? Well, she hasn't kicked you out of the house yet, huh? So
well, actually,
when
my kids were growing up, I actually had a full. It wasn't gray whiskers at that point. It was still.
Oh yeah, well that happens. I'm seeing that too. So
actually, it was
getting a full one over here. Somebody here is
I made a suggestion once, and it was shut down really quick. So I'm not going to even go there. My better half said no, so I'm not going to.
But you still.
I'm not going to. I'm
Your
not.
little rebellion is the mustache up top.
Exactly. It's the yes, the rebellion side. I'm not going to mess with my wife at all in that regard.
You're a wise man.
Actually, the song I wrote, my Coronavirus Spirit song, has got 2 verses in it, and a couple weeks ago it actually was getting a little bit longer and a little uncomfortable, and I looked at it and thought, boy, I might have to add a third verse, something to go with. I'm growing a Santa beard for Christmas in July or something. I don't want to let her get there, but yeah, no, it's we'll put her out there. The lyrics are kind of very relative to what's going on now, to be honest with you.
Well, then send me the link and we can get that bad boy up.
So. I'd love to have that up on there. Yeah.
John again, yeah.
Tony and I talked this morning, and we're trying to put something together too, because.
I saw her email.
Yeah. And so we want to. I guess I just want to share the joy and the beauty of the parish and everybody in music. And so Tony and I are working on something, and you. So that will become future announcement in terms of music.
I mean, look at these special guests we had. We have a singer-songwriter here. We had a movie producer, last week.
This was much safer than last week.
Well, you haven't heard the coronavirus song.
That's true.
Let's bring her to a close, Dennis. Any final thoughts you want to give to the people?
No, I'm just honored to be part of this parish, and I'm learning a great deal of all 3 parishes, and to mirror, to add on to what John said. A lot going on in this parish, outside, inside, volunteers. It's wonderful to be part of that and to see it and witness it, and to know that you are all blessed to have this beautiful facility and the people here, and as a community drawing closer to God.
You were putting daily liturgies up on Tuesday and Thursday, right?
Yes, yes. Deacon Pat was today. That's on right now as we speak.
So liturgy of the word with
communion.
Spiritual communion, yep.
And Deacon Randy will be on Thursday, and they will be scheduled to be released at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So please watch these daily liturgies. They're important for not only for the folks that are on YouTube quite frequently, but also our friends in the nursing home and assisted living, for them to see that word and that Eucharist and that fellowship and that prayerfulness. So that's important to get to all of them.
So check out the YouTube channel. Obviously you're on it, but check out some of the other stuff going on there, and a shout out to Dennis for all the work he's been doing. The last thing I think I want to say, and every one of us certainly could say something to it, but we have Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. A special thank you to you mothers who not only gave life to us physically, but give life to us in so many other ways, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. You know, we just are so grateful for you. I'm sure for our wives, for our daughters. I mean, you as grandpa, I mean, Jackie, you know, and I mean, just being able to see it, but our mothers, all those mothers that are out there, we are so grateful to you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and maybe a harder one because you're not able to see grandkids, you know, in a way that you have before or whatever, but we just know our love and our gratitude are with you.
I got one additional thing. As long as you talk about Mother's Day, Father's Day is in June, as we all know.
June 14, right? Or 21?
That band is Christian Men Brotherhood group that meets Saturday mornings. I know there was a write-up, and I believe Deacon Pat last week had it on the Sunday about the consecration of St. Joseph we're going to be doing. Actually, we've been meeting on Zoom. Now that you talk about Zoom meetings, previously we had been meeting at the parish rectories, or then we ended up going to Riverview for breakfast. But you know, once the pandemic hit, we started doing Zoom meetings. We're completed with that program at this point. It's actually phase 1 of a 3-year program, and I've really gotten a lot out of it. It's been a very, very, very eye-opening program that we've had.
So if people want to be a part of that, John, how do they do that?
Well, I've got books here at Directory. I believe there's 4 left. It's a 33-day program, so we got to kind of go back from Father's Day, and we want to have the consecration of St. Joseph on Father's Day is what the plan is at this point. So basically it's a book that we have here, and I bought 10 of them. We have 6 of us right now that have got the book, so I believe there's 4 available here yet in the rectory. So if you're willing to participate, it's just basically reading 2 or 3, 4 pages, and then we have a Saturday morning discussion for an hour or so on Zoom, and then it takes us up to the Father's, to that date. So
one of our RCIA candidates is part of that group he's talking about, Zach Lilla. Zach Lilla, he's part of this, and he'll be brought into the church when we come up with a date that's going to work for everybody. But
remember, our churches are open for prayer every day. One of them, Monday, Peter and Paul. All of them are 3 to 6. Monday, Peter and Paul. Tuesday, St. Anne. Wednesday, Holy Rosary. Thursday, Peter and Paul. Friday, St. Anne. Saturday, Holy Rosary. Sunday is 9 in the morning to noon at Peter and Paul. So head there and just pray in the presence of the Eucharist and see some other people that you may not have seen for a while. We have gone on longer than we expected, but this was wonderful. John, thanks for being a part of it.
Thanks for the invite.
Dennis, we look forward to relaying more gifts and some more of Fred's production thoughts next week.
Well, that's a good way of calling it. You're generous. I'm going to leave this.
What physical harm you get to endure.
I'm going to have to get from this chair to turn the recording off. So
off for you. Don't trip over anything.
I want to thank you, everybody, for allowing us into your lives and sharing the story.
Bless you all.
God
bless
bless
you.
Bless.